It's really important to note that HRT doesn't treat all menopausal symptoms. And this is something that I see when women come to our practice, that they get so misinformed when they go and speak to their GP. So we do not treat menopause. We treat the symptoms that an individual is experiencing. And there's anywhere between 50 to 60 different symptoms, whether you can experience them in peri or in post menopause. And we do not utilize HRT for all of those symptoms. HRT actually only treats a subset of symptoms. So things like your vasomotor symptoms, things like really low moods, things like joint pain, but even for some people, they don't experience any improvements on joint pain. And for some people, things like sleep issues. So inability to fall asleep can sometimes be improved with HRT, but for others, it doesn't. Things like low libido and things like vaginal dryness can be helped very well with HRT. But a lot of other symptoms are not really improved with HRT. So, for example, weight. This is such a huge misinformation and something that we see a lot of women come into our practice with. You're on HRT, they are on the highest dosage possible, and they're still so confused and frustrated around why they are not losing any kind of weight. And it's because their GP has told them that they can lose weight if they've been on HRT. Like, that's not factually correct. So when it comes to this, it's really important to firstly know, what are you trying to treat with HRT, and are those symptoms actually treatable with HRT? Feel free to comment below what symptoms you are struggling with, and I can advise you on that a little bit further. But that's the first thing that you need to know. The second thing that you also need to know is that HRT is not the full answer. So even if you are utilizing HRT for symptoms that they can actually be treated with, you need to look at it like a tool inside a toolbox. So it's not really going to work completely by itself. It really needs things to aid its effectiveness and aid its absorption into your body. And what I mean by this is, you need to have a good functioning gut health. So a lot of people should be screened for their gut health and gut microbiome before they even be given HRT, because if you have a lot of gut issues like constipation, bloating, and so on, and your diet's really poor, you don't have a lot of fiber, you maybe like overtrain, you have a lot of cortisol, inflammation, and so on. Even if you are taking lots of HRT, it may not be being absorbed into your body for your body to actually use it effectively. So that's something that you want to look at. Also, a lot of symptoms are down to really high inflammation. HRT is going to remain at a low dose for safety purposes. And so for some individuals, they need to actually utilize an anti-inflammatory nutrition alongside to help the effectiveness of that HRT.